May the triple gem bless you all. The Dhamma sermon conducted based on the explanation of the factors of enlightenment from the series of Dhamma books authored by Most Venerable Rerukane Chandavimala Mahanayaka Thero is titled by Mekala Niwena Bana. Today, we respectfully invite our Venerable Sandalankawe Kalyanadassana Thero to deliver Dhamma sermon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Today, Dhamma sermon is sponsored by Mr. Saman Kumara along with his wife and daughter. So, now we respectfully invite Venerable Sandalankawe Kalyanadassana Thero to deliver Dhamma sermon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Saranaagamanang sampunnang
Amabante.
පානාතිපාතා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
පානාතිපාතා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
අදින්නාදානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
අදින්නාදානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
කාමේසු මිච්ඡාචාරා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
කාමේසු මිච්ඡාචාරා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
සුරාමේරය මජ්ජපමා දට්ඨානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
සුරාමේරය මජ්ජපමා දට්ඨානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
තිසරණේන සද්ධින් පංචශීලං ධම්මං සාදුකං සුරක්ඛිතං කତ୍වා අප්පමාදේන සම්පාදේ තබ්බං.
ආමබන්තේ සාතු සාතු සාතු.
සමන්තා චක්ඛවාලේසු අත්‍රා ගච්ඡන්තු දේවතා සද්ධම්මං මුනි රාජස්ස සුනන්තු සග්ග මොක්ඛදං ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා. ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා. ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. අත්ථි භික්ඛවේ පීති සම්බොජ්ජං ගට්ඨානීයා ධම්මා තත්ථයෝනිසෝ මනසිකාර බහුලීකාරෝ අයමාහාරෝ අනුප්පන්නස්ස වා පීති සම්බොජ්ජංගස්ස උප්පාදාය uppannassa vāpīti sambonjangassa bhavanāya pāripuriyāti. With respect to the most venerable Mahasangha and dear devotees and Dhamma friends, welcome to yet another Dhamma sermon of the sermon series named Mekala Niwena Bana. Today we are going to discuss with you regarding the Piti Sambojjhanga, that is the enlightenment factor of rapture. Dear devotees, in this Dhamma sermon series, we are delivering to you the 37 enlightenment factors. In fact, the information related to the 37 enlightenment factors. Now we have been discussing with you about the Chattaro Satipatthana, Chattaro Sammappadana, Chattaro Iddhipada, Panchendriya, Panchabala, and nowadays we are discussing with you about Satta Bojjhanga, the 7 factors of enlightenment. And we are supposed to discuss with you related to the Ariyo Attangiko Maggo, the Noble Eightfold Path as well. So dear devotees, in couple of last episodes that we have been discussing with you what are the causes for the arising of this Satta Bojjhanga. So we have discussed with you what are the causes arising of Sati Sambojjhanga, Dhamma Vicaya Sambojjhanga, Viriya Sambojjhanga, Piti Viriya Sambojjhanga, and today we are going to discuss with you regarding the Piti Sambojjhanga. Now, dear devotees, what is rapture? And we should know why we need this rapture. Now, this happiness, simply happiness is the even more advanced state. Rapture means simply the pleasure. You know, in order to carry out any kind of activity, whether that may be a mundane purpose or maybe on the supramundane purpose, now we should have this rapture, piti, unless it is difficult to carry out the particular deed or particular task. Why? Now, when there is piti, we are, or the practitioner, or that the particular person who performs that particular activity is delighted, or we can say he is very enthusiastic when he has the piti or the rapture. So the devotees, now in supramundane path or in the spiritual development as well, we need this piti or rapture. In a way, once it becomes the bojjhanga or so-called a factor of enlightenment, then that is very conducive in order to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. So ultimately, that is the liberation. There is no other way unless we attain the Sotapanna level and Sakadagami level, Anagami level, and the Arhanthood. We normally call the stream entry level and the once returner level. Then next comes the Anagami level, which is known as the once returner level. So that ultimately Arhanthood or Arhantship means the complete eradication of whole defilements. So, dear devotees, now in this, to achieve these stages, these goals in supramundane path, we need to have these 7 factors of enlightenment known as Satta Bojjhanga. So there we need the sati, mindfulness, very much important. Not only mindfulness, but also when it is aligned with wisdom, we call Sati Sambojjhanga. That is a must we should have in order to attain the enlightenment. And next we need to get the knowledge regarding how we carry out this practice. So that is what we call the investigation. Dhamma Vicaya Sambojjhanga. We should have the knowledge in order to, in a way that is theory. So in practice, now we should apply those theories then only we can attain certain goals in supramundane life. So next comes the virya, the energy that is very much important in order to for the development of all the other factors of enlightenment, as well as in order to stick into the particular path, we should have the virya energy. In last Dhamma sermon, we have discussed with you. So Arambha Dhatu, Nikkama Dhatu, Parakkama Dhatu. So there are different levels of energy or strivings we need in order to become a perfectionist, in order to become an arahant. So dear devotees, now today we are going to highlight with you regarding the Piti Sambojjhanga, also known as the factor of enlightenment of rapture. Now, we are discussing with you these facts or these information using the book written by the Rerukane Chandavimala Mahanayaka Thero. So I don't have to explain further and further what is the significance of here that the Rerukane Mahathero, as an elite author, he has given 100% contribution to the development of this dispensation, and as well as now he has written more than 25 books, which is you can see them as a compilation of different discourses delivered by Lord Buddha. So nowadays we are discussing the book written by the Rerukane Chandavimala Mahanayaka Thero, Bodhipakshika Dharma Vistaraya. The translation is the explanation of the factors of enlightenment. So now this is well written and very profound volume that we can understand easily, because Thero has written them in simple language, and the translator also, Talgaswabe Silananda Thero, he has translated the Sinhala version into the English version in very precise way, so easily we can understand the information given in this volume. So dear devotees, if I go to the information given in the book, now I am reading the page 187. It is given like this way. Here the rapture itself is the Dhamma which develops the factor of enlightenment of rapture. Rapture is a great solace for beings. He who obtains it once wishes to gain it again and again. Therefore, rapture gained first is the cause for the arising of it again and again. Dear devotees, simply let's understand this like this manner. Once, suppose in your lifetime, you have felt some kind of happiness, some kind of rapture, maybe due to some particular kind of achievement. You have fulfilled one of your aims or goals, maybe short-term goal, or maybe you have passed one of your exams. Like that way, once you felt that particular type of rapture, you love it. So you need to, you are willing to have that kind of rapture or the same particular happiness again and again. So whenever you develop a particular level of rapture, so that is the driving force. So you will lead in that particular way. You are leaned to the that particular process, so that you may find the same degree or even maybe a higher degree of rapture by performing the same particular activity. So likewise, now that is what given in here. Rapture itself is the Dhamma which develops the factor of enlightenment of rapture. So dear devotees, now So there is no other cause. The thing is, now if you can develop the rapture by yourself, now that will lead you to develop rapture further and further. So the Lord Buddha has preached Atti Bhikkave Piti Sambojjangattaniya Dhamma. So there are some dhammas, if you perform, if you associate them again and again, then it will develop this particular type of enlightenment factor, so-called, which is known as the Piti Sambojjanga. Frequently giving wise attention to them is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of rapture and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of rapture. So yoniso manasikara, wise attention, that is very much conducive. Association of good friends, be virtuous or having a moral conduct, and also by having wise attention, you can develop all these 7 enlightenment factors, especially when there is rapture. Now what you have to do, you have to attend it again and again wisely. So then you can develop this enlightenment factor of rapture. Again, if I go back to the book, rapture is twofold. They are worldly and unworldly. Any laity or lay devotees, especially not only the lay devotees, but also those who have gone forth, the monks, bhikkhus, now they also experience 2 ways of rapture, twofold, worldly and unworldly. So we can give another term, mundane and supramundane, or household, rapture, and once he get the rapture, once he renounced the things. So we can say samisa piti and niramisa. So dear devotees, what is termed as the worldly rapture? Now rapture related to the world. Now dear devotees, think about these things. Having a spouse, children, relatives, friends, lands, fields, clothes and ornaments, also money, vehicles, titles, positions. So what are these? Now, these are the things now normally ordinary people needs in their lifetime. Maybe he needs to have a house, not maybe, in order to survive, he need to have a profession. Then he need to have a spouse, then a house, then children, then sometimes the social status. So now that particular person should earn these things. So whenever that particular person obtains these kind of physical things, or sometimes the positions or the status like things, he become happy, or that rapture or piti can be experienced. But the thing is here, dear devotees, now these are not conducive to the attainment of nibbana. So when a particular person build a house, now he becomes happy. So then that means now, but that is not important for the supramundane life or the development of spiritual life. But in order to maintain your lay life, you should have some means. Now that is a must. Now, without that, happiness for the, worldly happiness, without that worldly happiness, now you can't, think about the spiritual happiness or spiritual life, development of the spiritual life. Why? Because now once you started the practice of meditation, once you started the contemplation, then there is no any settling of your mind, because time to time your subconscious might disturb you. Why I couldn't achieve this particular goal? I need to achieve that particular goal. I need to earn a lot. I need a spouse. I need a house. I need a car or vehicle. I need now some different kind of position. Likewise, you might think a different way, so that distractions might disturb your spiritual development. So now, in order to live life well and happy, you need to have this worldly happiness or worldly rapture. But when it comes to the spiritual development, dear devotees, now that is completely different. That rapture we call niramisa, or that is unworldly or supramundane. So now here what is given in the Rerukane Mahathero's book, here we talk about unworldly rapture that arises at the time of thinking the great virtues of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. One has to think of the virtues of the Buddha to gain it. Even the greatness of the unworldly rapture should be contemplated. Thinking in such a way is the development of wise attention of the factor of enlightenment. Dear devotees, what we have discussed earlier, that is worldly rapture, that is not, I told you that is that never leads to the attainment of Nibbana. But if one concerns about the enlightenment, now this unworldly rapture should be developed. So here Rerukane Thero suggests that according to the discourses of Lord Buddha, now we should contemplate on the triple gem. And some other causes also given according to the commentaries. Now other than repeatedly recollecting the great virtues of the triple gem, if a practitioner or a seeker, if he recollects once his own virtue, and if he recollects his own generosity and confidence, the saddha, and repeatedly recollecting his own calmed defilements, and if he can disassociate the evil persons, and if he can associate the gentle-hearted persons, and contemplating on the discourses which are conducive to the confidence, and lastly, if that particular practitioner is having a mind inclined to the factor of enlightenment of factor, so then he can develop these the piti sambojjhanga, or the enlightened factor of rapture. So dear devotees, now this is what given in the commentaries. Now why they have given these things in the commentaries? Commentaries have been written by maybe the arahants or the elder monks. So those who have practiced these saptabojjhanga in their supramundane life. So dear devotees, now these are the instructions. Now these are the practical, factful information given by those elders. Now they have practiced these things in their lifetime. So they have attained and they have achieved their supramundane goals. So now what we have to do is, as practitioners or as seekers of liberation, so these things we can inculcate in our lives as well. So in discussion of the causes for the arising of the Piti Sambojjhanga, it is given like this again. There are dangerous things, like swords, daggers, knives, guns, or embers. Now, these swords or weapons, now these are harmful, these are dangerous. The same manner, now Lord Buddha has preached, now these, especially the worldly or household rapture, by having the spouse, children, relatives, friends, now some ornaments and all, now those are also very harmful, dangerous things. Why, dear devotees? Because, when we chase these things, especially these household things or worldly things, there is no stopping. Why? A pleasure, what we call the pleasure gives by these, worldly things, that is very, very temporary. Once you suppose that you have bought a car or a vehicle, what you like. So, once you bought it, then your rapture, your happiness is very high. But what will happen to your, free time? You will have to earn more and more in order to maintain that particular vehicle. Even by having or just buying a car or a vehicle is not enough. No, you have to fill the tank, and also you should, time to time, you have to do the services, and also you have to, you have to get an insurance. You have to, sometimes now you have to pay the installments as a vehicle lease. So likewise, the devotees, now once you get that particular rapture by buying that particular vehicle, along with that there are many more discomforts. So in order to comfort your life, you might obtain certain goals, but eventually you have to face some side effects. So this is the bad side of this unworldly happiness. So that's why, especially these elders and also the Lord Buddha, as well as the great Arahants, they have given us advice. Now see these worldly things as very dangerous things, just like swords, daggers, knives, guns, or embers. And also they are just like, wild elephants, wild buffaloes, tigers, very harmful or dangerous animals. Why? Because once we caught to them, definitely we will be harmed. Sometimes now they might damage our body, and sometimes they might kill us. There are, in nowadays also, even in the news, we have seen there are individuals who have destroyed their life because of the chasing towards the unnecessary goals. This contentment or having a contented life is very much important. Whatever you have, you should be contented. Otherwise, now this dissatisfaction or the willing to have the certain things, or these longings will lead you to the unhappiness. So this is the way. One story given in this Rerukane Chanduvimala Mahanayaka Thero's book is the Bisa Jataka story, the birth story of Lotus Roots. Dear devotees, now this Mahakachana the ascetic, he was born in Varanasi in a Brahmin family, that is very, very wealthy family. So he had 6 younger brothers and also 1 sister. Now once their parents died, Now this eldest Mahakachana, the ascetic, they are the Mahakachana. He has decided to go forth. That means now renounce their household life. Now he wanted to become an ascetic. Now by following his advice, his siblings, younger brothers, 6 younger brothers, and the sister also decided to renounce their life from the household environment. So with them, their maid and another man and a friend, they also accompanied them, and they have gone forth from their household life and went to the Himalaya, and they all become ascetics. What they have consumed there in Himalaya forest, there are no foods, much of the what we found in the household life, but they have in their ascetic lives now how they depend, how in order to survive, they depend on the fruits and what they have collected in the forest. So they have found one of the pond. So they have started collecting these lotus roots. So that is from that point onward, they were depending on these lotus roots. So one day, this Mahakachana, the ascetic, the eldest one, he decide, now this is not good that we all go for the forest in order to collect these fruits and these lotus roots. So we should divide the chores among the all these ascetics. So he said, I will go in search of these lotus roots and the fruits. You stay in the monastery and you can carry out your ascetics practices, the meditation. So the others asked him, dear sir, you are the eldest one, you, our younger sister, and the maid, you 3 stay in the monastery. We will go in search of, we will find the food which is enough for all of us, and we will give you the share of yours, and you don't have to go for the alms round in order to find the food. So dear devotees, what happened then, they were very virtuous, all these individuals as ascetics. So the god Sakka in Tavatinsa, he couldn't bear this up, because now, in fact, now they were very virtuous. God Sakka thought now they were willing to have the, godship. So then, because of that jealousy, he, he wanted to check whether all these people are very virtuous or not. One nice thing given in the Rerukane Mahathero's book, according to the Bisa Jataka, whether one is good or bad, virtuous or worthless, can be understood only when something happened to gush out the internal such inferior qualities. Now that is very important. I need to highlight that as well. When the normal conditions, so let's take the weather, the economy, and the what you call the health, all these factors are very good and comfortable. So normally people also we can find they are very calm and quiet, and they spend normal life. Whenever there is lack of these kind of what you call requisites, resources, now then we can see the competition. We can see that inferior qualities of people. Sometimes when there are economic crisis, when there are some situations like catastrophic situations, when there is lack of food, time to time, due to collapse of the economy, or maybe due to the environmental issues, now these kind of problems arise. So there we can't find the very human qualities among the people. Sometimes they become very arrogant. Sometimes now they become very selfish. So in order to check whether these ascetics are very virtuous, now this god Sakka, the father of the god, he had plot something in order to find out whether they are virtuous or not. So what they did was, daily the other ascetics, especially these younger brothers of the Mahakachana, the ascetic, now they go for finding the foods. So once they collected the lot amount enough for all of them, they bring them to the monastery and they divide what their collection into the portions equal to each and every one. So they don't talk each other. Why? In ascetic practices, gossiping or talking always with others, now that is a disturbance for their spiritual development, especially for the meditation. So normally they give the signals. Now without talking or speaking to the others, what they do, they leave the portion of food on a table. At there they had some flat stone, because in the forest there were no tables or the furniture. So that they have some particular place where they normally keep the food. So they have left the portion which is belong to the Mahakachana ascetic, and they went. Now what this god Sakka did, he steal that portion of the eldest Mahakachana. So the first day, on hearing the gong, the Bodhisattva went to take his share, but it was not on the block of stone. The gong means in monasteries, forest monasteries, just like ringing a bell, they play or they hit the gong. So that is the signal in order to, that is the signal gives to the others, so then they can come and collect their portion. So by hearing that gong, the sound, the Bodhisattva Mahakachana, the ascetic, went to find his share, but he didn't see that his portion or his share on that particular stone. Then he thought, perhaps they must have forgotten to share with me today. So that happened on the first day. So then second day, in the very next day also, the god Sakka steal the portion of the Mahakachana Thero. Then on the second day, what he did was, maybe because of one of my faults, they must have not shared with me my share today. Now that is the thought Mahakachana the ascetic had on the second day. For the third day, now this happened repeatedly. On the third day also, when he has gone to the particular place in order to collect his own portion of lotus root, there was no any food left for him. So he thought it is very important to ask for the forgiveness. Why they are not keeping my share on the particular table like stone? That I am the one who might have the fault, so I should forgive. I should ask for the forgiveness. So then he hit the gong and assembled all the other ascetics to the place. So then what happened there, dear devotees? Now this is the most important part. First, the Mahakachana Thero asked the second one, his second brother, the Upakachana, the ascetic, now why you have not given me the food? Why you didn't left my share on the particular table? So dear devotees, now there, all the others have told, now the dear sir, we have given your portion there. Actually, we have left your portion there. We did our duty well. So there, Mahakachana Thero didn't believe them. Why? Because now for 3 days, he didn't have any food. So that the eldest one, next eldest one, the Upakachana, the ascetic, he told like this: Brahmin, if anybody has taken your portion of lotus roots, may he receive the horses, cattle, gold, silver, and wives and children as he wishes. See, now this is the way he has cursed the particular, person who has stolen, who has taken the Mahakachana ascetic's portion. So see, now we have heard different individuals now how they curse. Now they always think about the evil or bad of the others. Now this particular person be ill, or may this particular person become disabled. Likewise, now that is the way normally people curse. Now see, dear devotees, now there is a difference in this curse. What that Brahmin is cursing, if anybody has taken that portion of lotus roots, may he receive the horses, cattle, gold, silver, and wives and children as he wishes. Now that is the difference of a practitioner and a normal ordinary person. Normal ordinary people or persons, now how they curse, now they think about the evil of the others. But here this Brahmin says, now may he receives the horses, cattle, gold, silver, wives, children, all the household, requirements. So why? Because now by having these horses, cattle, gold, wives, children, what will happen, dear devotees? Definitely that particular person's spiritual development will be disturbed. So he has the distractions. Now whenever he has a wife, children and other things, many more resources to look after, then that is not easy. Always whenever he starts the meditation, now these distractions comes to mind. Subconscious mind will disturb that particular person. So that is why now we should avoid them. We should, in a way, we need them, as especially the lay devotees. Now you need them in order to maintain life standards. But if you are chasing them, if you are always willing to have them, if you are in a rat race in order to obtain all these wishes, and then it is a very, very disturbance for your supramundane development. So that is why I already told you this contentment is very important. So now next, the second, the ascetic, next the younger one has cursed like this way. See, Brahmin who has stolen your portion of lotus roots may be a farmer with a great wealth and fame. May he have many children. May he be a real householder. May he have all sense gratification like forms. May he be a person doing all mean things even at the time of old age. Say, dear devotees, now this is the thing we should understand. So by sticking into these kind of household rapture, household things, now there is no ending of suffering. So you have to maintenance cost is very high. So then you will have to suffer a lot. Then Brahmin, he who has taken your lotus roots, may be a Kshatriya who oppress others. May he be a king of kings who has a great power and fame. May he be the lordship of whole earth. That is why whenever the Lord Buddha has described the importance or the significance of the stream entry level, now Lord Buddha has preached. Now that is very, very worthier than having the monarchship or become a monarch for the whole world and become Sakwiti Raja, wheel turning monarch, that is having that much of achievements, that is not worthwhile like the Sotapatti level. So even becoming a god Sakka or become a deity, that is not important with compared to the significance of stream entry level and Sakadagami, Anagami and Arahant level. So there are all the other members of that ascetic family has cursed in the same manner. You can read them all. So dear devotees, now this is the way we should understand the rapture which is related to the unworldly life or unworldly rapture, Niramisa Piti. We should understand. So now today, in fact, we have discussed with you the causes for the arising of the Piti Sambojjhanga. So in order to development of this enlightenment factors, you should understand what is the importance of this worldly rapture, what is the importance of this unworldly rapture with compared to the worldly rapture. So then in order to develop that Niramisa Piti, what you should do is you should repeatedly recollect the virtues of the triple gem, and you should be virtuous, and also you should develop the generosity. If you can develop the giving, if you can practice the giving, so then that is very important. And also you should calm your defilement, and the most important thing is with the wise attention, you should disassociate the evil persons, and you should associate the gentle-hearted persons. And finally, you should have a mind which is leaned towards the Nibbana. We should have inclined mind towards the enlightenment. So, having said that, let's sum up today's Dhamma sermon. Dear devotees, now this is very important. Now, Piti Sambojjhanga, which is very conducive to attainment of supreme bliss of Nibbana. So, that is the liberation of all the suffering. So, let's transfer the merits that we have collected today to all our contributors. In recognition of this noble act, the heartfelt contributions have been made by Mr. Saman Kumara of Gampaha, his wife Mrs. Champika, their daughter Harshani, and all others. May Mrs. Champika, who is currently unwell, be blessed with a swift and complete recovery. May every member of the family be free from illness and enjoy strength and vitality. We also extend our blessings for the full recovery of lasting health of Mother W.M. Somawati and Mother Jayawati. May Mr. Dinesh Saparamadu and his entire family be blessed with robust health and ever-growing prosperity. May the Senate Group of Companies, Colombo 7, Apigo Company and Aplova Company thrive and prosper endlessly. May the abundant merits accumulated through this noble deed be dedicated to all your departed loved ones, including late A.L. Somapala, A.L. Vasanta Kumara, K.D.G. Saparamadu, Aryavati Saparamadu. May they all attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May peace, wellness and happiness illuminate your lives always. may the boundless blessings of the sacred triple gem guide and protect you all. ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්칸තු ශාසනං. ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්칸තු දේශනං. ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්칸තු මම් පරන්ති. අභිවාදන සීලිස්ස නිච්ඡං වද්දාපචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩಂತಿ ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාෝග්‍ය සම්පatti සග්ග සම්පatti මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සම්පatti මිනාතේ සමිච්ඡතු.